Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. This is going to be a general reading. So try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is the Death card. Now, before you get too worried, that's actually a very good card, okay? And to get that card right at the very beginning, that shows me that we're ready for change, that we're ready for something new, that we're letting go of the old habits, the old life, the old worries and concerns, the old negative energy that might be pulling us down, right? Not only that, but we also have a cricket in the studio today, which is very good luck. And we've got the TT cat in the studio with us today too. So there's a lot of support around us right now. I kind of feel like a Dr. Dolittle a little bit here. Well, let's put this Death card in some context, all right? There's the fire energy that we definitely need to get through this situation, to find our strength, right? This is what we're looking for. This is what's right in front of us. This is something this is the negativity that might be looming a little bit, right? This is what we're kind of trying to transform. We're trying to sublimate this to go directly from water to fire, yeah. So I think there is, oh yeah, well, look at that. We get Wheel of Fortune, we get a 2, we get a 3. We are searching for this strength to begin something new, to start our best life, to start this love and work and success with confidence and I think with creativity, right? Fully aware. But let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to give it a nice shuffle here. We're going to select one random card. We'll put our frog right on top, and hopefully that card will, tie everything together at the end and give us the confirmation that we need, right? So let's look at these energies a little bit closer. We have the Major Arcana, the Death card, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think we are taking all of our negativity, all of our wasted energy. This 7 of Cups is really about all the energy that we might be wasting in our life, right? This is everywhere that our energy goes except toward our success, toward our future, toward the moving of this wheel, right? So it's kind of, it's idling, it's wasted employments, wasted enjoyments, it is frivolous things, whatever is kind of draining your vitality and your energy. So we have all of this fire energy here. And this is really, really, really strong energy, right? A lot of fire. We have a little bit of water. We're going from a 7 of Cups to a 2 of Cups. What we don't have is any air, right? We don't have any of the air element. And then we have our earth energies here. To me, it feels like there's not a lot of debate. There's not a lot of thought going on with this. It's not something that we have to figure out. It's an energy flow. It's a force. It is consciousness. It is ambition. It's all of this fire energy that's trying to push past this, I think, a rather weak 7 of Cups. Right? Yes, it's at the top of the path of the dove. I think we're trying to let go of something like this. Let go of just all of the little things in our life that might be draining our energy, right? That might be old habits. It might be just some indulgences or some comforts that we know we need to kind of walk away from, right? Because the Death card here, this is all about transformation. This is all about letting go of things, saying goodbye to the unnecessary energy or to those things that have already outlived their usefulness, right? They've already kind of run their course and they're not needed anymore, right? Not that they were necessarily bad, but we've outgrown them, or they're no longer useful for us, right? So we let those things go in order to make room for the new, right? To make room for, well, I think for this water energy that we see over here. Now that's in a weird position, and I'll try to get things organized here. TT, you can sit right here on my lap. You can sit right here if you want to. The Two of Cups here, this is kind of in the position that we don't want, right? Which is an odd place for a Two of Cups, especially when we're using all of this fire energy to let go of things, to let go of water energy that's no longer useful to us. But then it's as if we're kind of rejecting any new water energy. Maybe this is a little bit of the fear of committing to something else and having it be also kind of not what's meant for us, or have this idea that anything we may commit to in the future is going to end eventually too, right? So maybe we're reluctant to get involved with other things. This could be a romantic relationship that we're talking about, sure. This could be anything that we've committed to, anything that we've incorporated into our lives. Now we're trying to streamline things, right? A lot of the Death card, really, it's such an important card, and I think it's such a feared card, because I think that the endings, the change, are what worry people, right? Thinking that that endings are permanent. Yeah. We tend to think of change as something unwanted, right? That when things end, it's kind of a final state. But the Death card's here to remind us that it's not final. This was the first card that came out, right? There's all this other energy that comes around it and even and after it. This is not an ending of any kind. This is a beginning. I feel like the Death card should be called the Rebirth card rather than the Death card, right? Because things have to die and decay. You know, they go back into the earth to nourish the soil, and then new things can grow. And I think the concern here, with the Two of Cups being in this position, is that we don't want to grow another one of these. Now, the Seven of Cups, it's not necessarily so bad, but it is almost like a distraction from what our real crop is, right? This was something that was just kind of occupying us. It's just, I forgot what the term is. It's like a cover crop or something. It's just where you just plant something as like a placeholder, right? To kind of nourish the soil. You wait a season or two, and then you can really get to business. So I feel that's kind of what this is. Maybe we knew it was going to be temporary. We knew that it was something we didn't want to keep forever. Now that it's time to move on past this, we're getting a little bit of that anxiety. And that, of course, is the Eight of Wands here in the recent past, the anxiety. I don't think it's so much the recent past as the momentum that we have right now. You're bringing a little bit of anxiety here with you today, I feel like. And this is the anxiety, this is the anticipation of change, of the difficulty of dealing with change. Even something as simple as, well, I know I've got to kind of let some of these things go, and I really got to focus on my work. I got to get to work. You know, maybe we've been spending too much money lately, and we realize, okay, now I've really got to struggle with this. I've got to focus on, being strong and investing in the future and saving money. It could be something as simple as that, especially with these, not that saving money is simple. But it doesn't have to be anything too emotionally complex, right? we do have this earth energy at the beginning and the end of the path of the serpent. So it could be something financial, and it could be quite straightforward. We need to rein in our expenditures and be a little bit more disciplined with ourselves so that we can create our fortune, right? So we can save money, and so we can do the things with that money that we want to do. Maybe we're saving for a vacation, we're saving for college, we're saving for retirement or for our children or whatever it is. We need to be strict with ourselves, build our fortune, then we can do the things we want to with that fortune. This is the Three of Pentacles. It shows business. It shows movement of the resources, right? Movement of the fortune. It could be something that simple, but doesn't need to be. It could be something more complex. It could be something that has more of an interpersonal or emotional tie. Okay, because of the water energy here, it feels like maybe there's something that, is more of has more of a deeper connection with someone, and more of an emotional tie. Yeah. Anyway, the Eight of Wands is that kind of anxiety, the anticipation that I've got to make these changes and it's going to be difficult. Yeah. And this could, the finances and the kind of the relationships or the romance or maybe it's a job that you really like, but it's kind of time to move on and start doing something that's going to bring you to more of your destiny, more of this fortune that we're looking for. We're trying to build, we're trying to get that wheel moving. So there's a little bit of anticipation, I think, manifesting as anxiety, because it is going to be a struggle. And this is the Five of Wands. This is the struggle. But this is a struggle. This is a fight that you are very much equipped to handle. This is a fight that you are initiating, right? Nothing's coming to you and telling you to put your dukes up. You're making the effort to do this, to go forward with this, because I think what is in front of you is this 9. You know that you need to get the discipline, you need to be strong, you know what your purpose is. We have this moon connection down here. Yeah, sun and moon joined. So I think the lunar connection in this card is talking about our real aspirations. What is it that we really are wanting to do with ourselves, with our lives, with our money, or whatever we're talking about exactly. You know already inside what this is for, right? You know the why of it. So now it's just a matter of fighting against yourself, fighting against the inertia, fighting against all of the forces that are really comfortable in this, in the Seven of Cups. It's going to take some doing. It's going to take some discipline. Yeah. But I feel like what's this kind of new beginning, this new path that you're on, I feel like it's going to be very successful for you. I think it's going to be a challenge to get started. Down beneath everything here is that Knight of Wands. We've been getting the Knight of Wands a lot lately. And I feel like this is showing that the most difficult part is just getting started. Once you start moving, I think it's going to become easier and easier. But it's just getting that first impulse, right? Getting that first rocket fired. And then you're going to build up speed, and it's not going to be so difficult. But this is the first step, And they say the first step is the most challenging. I feel like that's true here. But, just looking at all of this fire energy, all of this fire, this water really doesn't stand much of a chance. Now, the interesting thing about the Death card is that it is a watery card. So there is like secret water in this Death card, which I think is showing us that, despite all of our battling against whatever this is exactly, and moving forward and creating this thing here, the water is very necessary. It may be something that we're fighting against, but we appreciate the battle, right? It's through struggling with this that we are fundamentally transforming ourselves, growing, evolving, expanding our awareness, expanding our capabilities. So we're not just using the fire to fight against that Seven of Cups. We appreciate the dynamic. We appreciate that we even have something in life that we have to struggle against, because there's a deeper, I don't know, maybe more spiritual purpose behind it, right? We are becoming what we are meant to become. So there's a deeper level, right? It's not just about, okay, I got to stop spending, save my money so I can do the things that I want to with my money. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. That would be, a 30-second tarot reading. But I think there's more to it than that for you. I feel like we're learning to appreciate the struggles a little bit. I wonder if the mystery card, put the frog back on top. I wonder if the mystery card's going to be the art or temperance card. We're beginning to understand that without struggle, without there being something to struggle against, there's no growth. If you exercise with no resistance, we're not making any progress, right? There needs to be some sort of resistance, even if we're doing more cardiovascular exercises or, something like, we don't necessarily have to be strength training, but there needs to be some sort of resistance. That's why I think astronauts in zero gravity, they have such an issue with bone loss and muscle atrophy and stuff because there's no resistance, right? There's no gravity. Just the simple fact of being alive, there's gravity. So every moment, every breath we take is a struggle against, gravity and inertia. So we have to appreciate the struggle. And so it's not something that we're just getting angry at the Seven of Cups or angry at our indulgence in this. Definitely not angry at ourselves. See, there are no swords cards here. If there were swords, then I would see maybe this idea that we are struggling with the choice, struggling with ourselves. Maybe, if we had an 8 or a 9 or a 10 of swords or something, it wouldn't really be that great in this situation. I think we're appreciating it, Let's move to the path of the serpent now. And as I do this, I also want to say that if this is resonating with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for sure. Okay. Now, the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like this is a turning point. Again, a lot of indication here that this is the initial push for a new beginning, a new start. We're letting go of this. We're struggling against this. This is always going to be part of us, this tendency to be in here, right? Whatever this is. I apologize if that cricket's really loud. It sounds really loud to me as I'm doing the reading. Anyway, the Queen of Pentacles. It's a turning point. It's the time in our lives where we look toward the past and we appreciate the road that it took to get here. All of the twists and turns, see that long and winding road. Everything that we endured, every choice we made, every struggle, every pothole, right? And we're here. And we appreciate that. We're thankful. We have gratitude, love, and appreciation. We're also looking to the future. So you don't know if this card's looking behind them or in front of them, toward the past, toward the future. It's all of it at once. So we're also assessing the way forward. We're learning from the past and using it to understand where we're going, why, and how we get there, right? So this is that turning point, and interestingly, it's the turning point in the reading, right? It's when we go from path of the dove to path of the serpent. And now what's in front of us is this wheel, and it's time to get this wheel spinning. It's time to really start accumulating whatever kind of wealth this is talking about. Whether it is financial, emotional, energetic, spiritual, religious, intellectual even, whatever our pursuits are, whatever our goals are at the end here, right? Whatever work we're going to be doing, whatever activities we're going to be doing. We've got to get it. It's time to start doing that now. It's time to start accumulating. See, this Wheel of Fortune, it's in the position of the environment. It's in the position of your relationship with the environment. It's in the position of timing, right? So I think it's time for us to recognize that this wheel is not going to turn itself. That your future is not going to unfold unless we put in that tremendous Herculean effort to get the wheel moving. And that is the reason for all of this fire. This is a lot of fire all in one place. This is you mustering every ounce of strength you have to get this wheel moving. And once you do this, then I think you'll find that it's on some ball bearings or something, and you spin it with all of your effort, and it will keep spinning, right? The universe, spirit, God, goddess, deity, whatever you want to call it, it seems like it's just waiting for you to spin the wheel. Then once you do, it's perpetual motion. It's not going to stop, right? We've got to get the ball rolling, as they say. So I think it's about timing. It's time now for us to do this. This is the beginning of something really, 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 really good. The Two of Cups here in this position, it's something that there's maybe a little bit of fear, worry, concern about the Two of Cups. And it could be really talking about the water energy generally. We don't want to get stuck in any more water. We're trying to get to the Three of Pentacles, the work, the activities. We don't want to get caught up in, maybe we don't want another romance. Maybe we don't want another indulgence. Maybe we don't want to connect with someone or something that's going to bring us back to this situation. Right? So this could really be talking about something very literal, like a relationship or getting distracted by something else that eventually is going to just be a Seven of Cups anyway. So it seems like we're trying to avoid this. We're trying to avoid, maybe it is something. Maybe it is literally a romance, and we have this Earth energy, in this Wheel of Fortune, this really strong Jupiter energy, and then we come with this water. Well, we don't want the water. We're trying to get here. We're trying to get here. That's more like it. This is probably just more of that, but we don't know that for sure, right? And this card in this position, this may be the card that we're trying to avoid, but that's also the position of what we need. We need love. We need connection, right? We obviously don't want it to become a Seven of Cups, but we need love. We need connection. We need support. We need affection. We need appreciation, and we need a deeper connection with ourselves, with what we're doing, but also with other people. So don't reject this card immediately, just, right out of the gate. Let's be cautious. Let's be aware. Maybe we do need a little bit of air energy. Yeah, I think we need a little bit of it. Let's look at the mystery card. TT, what card do you want to look at? She's not really sure yet. We're going to take a look at the mystery card. And we are still looking for a name for our frog. I know it's been a minute for the frog, but I'm not too sure yet. Okay, she's starting to knock stuff over. All right, we don't want to knock everything over because then no one will get to see you and listen to you purr. So the mystery card now. Maybe we do need some air energy. Maybe we need some discernment so that we can differentiate between a good Two of Cups and a not so good Seven of Cups. Right? Maybe we need something, we need that discernment. Maybe we need a Two of Swords. Ace of Swords would be great. Let's see what we have. Now we have a Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands is good because it incorporates the water, right? A Queen of Wands is water of fire. It's all of this fire energy, but it's almost like you still got this water energy within you. So you're still open to having meaning and purpose and connection, but maybe it's the experience, it's the wisdom that we've gained now, not to let it become a Seven of Cups, right? So maybe this is a little bit of that discernment, or this confidence, the experience that we've had has now grown into wisdom and understanding, right? So probably better than having the Swords energy, because the Swords maybe would be a lot of debate, a lot of figuring, a lot of analysis. But what is knowledge and analysis without real understanding and real wisdom, right? So it does seem to me like we need to keep the water energy inside. We're not trying to get rid of it. And this, of course, speaks to what I said earlier about the Death card being, at the same time, we're struggling against this water, but we're appreciating it. We know that this is part of us, this tendency. And now with the Queen of Wands, it's someone who owns that process, right? You own all of this now. And I think that gives us a little bit of a safeguard against this Two of Cups becoming yet another Seven of Cups there. So I feel like this is very good. I'm happy with this confirmation card. I think I'm glad it's not air energy. You know, I'm glad that we didn't have any of that air energy. The only air that I could possibly, extract from this reading is going to be this Wheel of Fortune anyway, because this is Jupiter, this is expansiveness, this is growth. So it has an affinity with the air energy because of its expansiveness. But this is almost a complete trust, right? Having complete faith that once you start this wheel spinning, it's going to spin, baby. Yeah. And the crickets and the cats and everything else hopefully is confirming all of this for you. I hope this resonated with you. We're going to do an extended The Cat and I, so just click on the link up there in the corner. New readings come out every day at 6 a.m. Chicago time, so please subscribe, hit the bell notifications so you don't miss the next reading. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. Hello. Hello, kitty.